Hey, Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all get in on this. They jumping. Yeah, come down here and get your free licks in. Huh? No, I don't watch. I ain't watching since Candace left. Yeah, I'm in the Candace hive, like forever. I mean, I peek on it from time to time, make sure they treating Wendy and Stacey okay. Hey, Wendy and Stacey, they doing y'all right? Okay. Y'all let us know if Giselle and Ashley start acting up. Just send a note. Don't drag it out like Ashley divorce. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. I'm Reese Waters, and this is Racist of the Week, where we explore the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. So, MAGA, when you see Black or brown people celebrating, enjoying one another, commiserating, tell me where it hurts. Just point. Can you point? Where did? Hey, no, don't touch that. Isn't that what you always complain about? That's profane. I got kids watching my stream. I sound like y'all now. Hey, it didn't have to be like this, MAGA. It really didn't. Y'all could have just sat there and ate those ketchup packets, but no.
So we all agree.
I love
now
it,
we all agree. I agree. I said
but-
it before that it was the worst halftime show ever, it's 250 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States. And I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. And quite frankly, I didn't need to see him grabbing his, G area. I think it was totally inappropriate. You've got all these young kids watching the Super Bowl, and he doesn't have to be grabbing himself every 5 seconds. Is he so insecure? Seriously, I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me, it looked like a political statement because there were literally no white people in the entire thing. I think it was a political statement, and I'm not taking a side one way or the other. I just do. I think it was an ICE thing. And I just think that the NFL sold out, and it's very sad because this was 75 years, and, shame. Shame. And Lady Gaga got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I literally had to Google her face to see who it was because we all couldn't agree who it was. So that was kind of fun in the middle of halftime. At least it gave me something to do because it was so hard to watch.
What was the wildest thing to you about that? Was it her saying there was no white people and within 20 seconds mentioning Lady Gaga? Was it that? Was it? Are you going after like the early 1900s definition of white? Is it just English and Irish? Or y'all don't even rock with the Irish like that? So just what English and German constitutes white. The Italians don't get to be white no more. Was it that? Was it that? Or the fact that why would you bring up that she got a facelift? Why would you even?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You out here sounding like Jake Paul questioning Bad Bunny's American status as a Puerto Rican while he live in Puerto Rico. Come on. Come on. You saw how we had to do Brett Favre when he decided he wanted to pop up. If you've been able to rock for this long, why can't you quit while you ahead? Why would you quit while you ahead? And and I blame anybody else who was there. Anybody else who was there while they heard her talking about Lady Gaga's facelift, because it don't look like that was a live stream. It looked like she recorded that and posted it. The fact y'all didn't snatch her phone before she posted that is irresponsible. You know what I mean? It's irresponsible. It's what it is. We need to take accountability and responsibility for one another if we want to build this country again. You can't have that lady out there talking about somebody's facelift. That's not the America that I want. That's not the America that I want. And as far as your political statement, oh, you mean love is more powerful than hate? Is that what you? Is that that's your political statement? Irregardless of the nonsense of you simultaneously saying there was no white people and then taking a shot at Lady Gaga, how integrated was the Turning Point USA? I ain't even see no black hats over there. I ain't even see no black hats. They couldn't even wear black pants over there. It's true. I heard that Lee Bryce showed up with some black shoes and they made him change them. They made him change them. They gave him a pair of yellow issue bowling shoes. I also heard that's why the footage doesn't look that good, because when they originally pre-shot it, they showed up with these professional black cameras and they said no black cameras. They shot it all on white iPhones. That's why the footage looks like that. Now, what's particularly wild about this is we have a litany of examples of how pick-me ends, especially within MAGA. And FAFO season is undefeated. Jill Zarin fired after calling out Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance for having no white people, as even her daughter fails to defend her. Hey, you got any other kids? Zarin's daughter, Allie Shapiro, whom she shares with ex-husband Steven Shapiro, also disagreed with her mom and commended Bad Bunny's performance. In my opinion, I loved it. The cinematography was fantastic. It was like they put a filter over it. It looked like a film. She continued, best halftime show in years, which honestly is weird to even call it that. It was like a true performance with a storyline and actors and the direction. Lighting, everything was perfect. She didn't like it that much. She put extra on that. That's your daughter. She put extra on that. I don't know what you said to her, but we don't be talking like that. Like that was about you. Jill Zarin's dreams of returning to reality TV have been dashed after she was fired from E's upcoming reality TV series, The Golden Life, over racist comments she made about Bad Bunny's halftime show. After her video went viral, Zarin, who has since deleted the post, was fired. No, wait. Since deleted the post? How we not standing on business? If that's how you felt, how you gonna speak out in defense of MAGA and an administration got ICE running rampant, just got kids doing black marker all through the Epstein files? Now you speak out in defense of MAGA, but because you get some blowback, now you want to delete it? We way past that. Hell no, to the no, yeah, to the no. In light of recent public comments made by Jill Zarin, Blink 49 Studios has decided not to move forward with her involvement in The Golden Life. We remain committed to delivering the series in line with our community standards and values from the show's producers. Huh. Wow. Blink and you gone, ain't it? It's Blink and she was gone. She was back to unemployed. Wow. Well, you know what? On the bright side, maybe the next series, what come after The Golden Life? Is it Shady Pines? They got a series on the Learning Channel. The series was also set to include Ramona Singer, Sonja Morgan, Luann de Lesseps, and Kelly Bensimon. After her rant, Morgan seemingly shaded Zarin with a post on her Instagram commending Bad Bunny for his performance. Celebrating with my chosen family Bad Bunny's Grammy, while also reiterating he's the first Latino to win one and just showing my love for my Latino friends and supporters. She didn't just get fired. She got dragged by the people that didn't get fired. I like this. Anybody else want to get in on that thing? Morgan isn't the only housewife to condemn Zarin. Real Housewife of Orange County star Tamra Judge, who co-starred with Zarin on season 2 of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, tweeted, "What the actual F?" Real Housewives of Dubai star Chanel Ayan tweeted, "I had to unfollow, disgusting," with a vomit emoji. Real Housewives of New Jersey star Margaret Josephs tweeted, "I'm horrified, disgusted, and disappointed. But that's my feeling every day. But elated by the NFL and Bad Bunny's beautiful representation of America." That was a beautiful representation of America. A good old-fashioned dragon. Hey, Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all get in on this. They jumping. Yeah, come down here and get your free licks in. Huh? No, I don't watch. I ain't watching since Candace left. Yeah, I'm in the Candace hive, like forever. I mean, I peek on it from time to time, make sure they treating Wendy and Stacey okay. Hey, Wendy and Stacey, they doing y'all right? Okay. Y'all let us know if Giselle and Ashley start acting up. Just send a note. Don't drag it out like Ashley divorce. Even Zarin's former company, Zarin Fabrics, called her out for her post. Zarin Fabrics stands firmly against racism, discrimination, and rhetoric that seeks to exclude or diminish people based on identity, culture, or background. We want to be absolutely clear that Jill Zarin has not had ownership of or been associated with Zarin Fabrics for several years. Your old company came out and posted that. They came out the woodworks. They came out the woodworks for that. When's the last time they tweet? When's the last time they posted on Instagram? Huh? They ain't posted on Instagram since the Obama administration. They dusted. Who got the password? No, we dragging Jill. We dragging Jill. Who got the password? Oh, Jill got the password? Ask her nicely what to. Matt, nah, let's just guess it. Hey, put in where the white people at. One housewife seemingly on Zarin's side is her former Housewives of New York co-star Bethenny Frankel. Okay, we feeling froggy. Who shared similar sentiments to Zarin in a since deleted TikTok video. Since deleted. She pump faking. I got your back. No, I don't. Nah, I don't. You got it. Now you take that one. I'm gonna delete mine first. I'm gonna delete mine before you delete yours. Can't wait to get canceled for this, she said in the video. The question remains, should these entertainment vehicles, whether the Grammys, Emmys, the Oscars, or Super Bowl, should this be the place for personal, cultural, political views to be expressed? Where is the line? Did you say can't wait to get canceled for this and then delete the video? Man, because y'all don't stand on nothing, man. I'm telling you, y'all wild. After deleting the video, Frankel seemed to walk back her comments by praising Bad Bunny's performance in a new video. So my take on Bad Bunny and his performance at the Super Bowl is that he's an artist expressing himself, his music, and his experience as a Puerto Rican man in America. Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican man in America on the largest stage in the world, which is very inspirational to people because that is him expressing his experience in his first language. You sure you don't want to talk about the cinematography? You didn't want to talk. You're not going to say nothing about the lighting? No? You going to say all that after? Can't wait to get canceled for this? Oh, y'all crazy, man. Y'all out here looking like Jake Paul. Out here looking just like Jake Paul. Huh. No, because of the backtracking, not because she looked like she got. No, it's. Come on.
You know, I give Jake Paul credit for stepping in there in the first place.
I'm sorry, Piers, but to get up there and perform the whole
the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States? We have 310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos, not for one small group, but for the country.
So in the before times, once you had gone on record and trying to mitigate PDF behavior, you wouldn't be allowed back on these platforms. Just for the kids out there. Just for the kids out there. In the before times, she would have been packed up. Just so y'all know. We live in a world where she still gets to be out here and perform her MAGA humiliation ritual. Where she says Latinos like that, and we've seen how she says black. But she not racist though. She not. That was an homage. That was a homage to the Latinos. I'm surprised she didn't sprain her tongue with that one. I really am. I really am surprised she didn't sprain her tongue with that one and talking about we have 300 million people who speak English. I don't know what that was that I hear at the MAGA rally. Said it ain't English. And it's certainly not what I hear from stage, neither. Is that what Trump's speaking? Wrong. You can't learn on that. I can tell you that you definitely can't learn on that. People talk about people in foreign countries learning English from watching performers. You could probably learn more English watching Bad Bunny than Trump.
We don't need a black national anthem. We don't need a Spanish-speaking, non-English performer, and we don't need an ICE or America hater featured as our primetime entertainment.
That's actually good because that's one of the things that Dr. King and Malcolm X, Frederick Douglass said this as well. I think Marcus Garvey said this, Angela Davis, all the black thinkers have always said when it comes to the survival and the resistance and the continued thriving of our people, just ask Megyn Kelly what she, just ask, they all said ask Megyn Kelly what's good. They all she speak for us. So that's I'm glad she made it clear. I'm glad she made it clear. What would Megyn Kelly do? That's what I always. And to the point that I asked earlier about where it hurts you when you see people of color, Latinos, black, whatever the case may be, according to Jill Zarin, Italian. Where does it hurt you when you see people of color enjoying themselves and having fun? According to Megyn Kelly, I think it's in the neck. I think it's a pain in the neck. Like when I watch her, I think it's something in here, or maybe it's something up here, or maybe she should just back away from the camera.
Okay, what is the national language, officially the national language of the United States of America?
I mean, English. And there's been a push for many years to make it an official,
you don't have one.
Documented thing.
You don't have one.
If you would have let me finish my comment, I would have pointed that out that people have been pushing to make it official.
Okay, right, so you're trying to make official.
This attitude that you have right here is why you in Great Britain have lost your culture. You ceded your culture to a bunch of radical Muslims who came in and took over, and now it's gone. We're not allowing that here. Whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Muslim, it's not happening in the United States of America. That's why President Trump was elected. And whether it's Bad Bunny, who is American but refuses to speak English in his performances, or anybody else, we have to keep the Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football.
Well, one thing I can tell you, Megyn Kelly, this went down about as well as your fake Spanish accent. Football evolved from rugby, England, apple pie, England, fried chicken, Scotland, and West Africa, English, England, Christianity, Middle East, and her whole rant about Bad Bunny being too divisive, as if Turning Point, Kid Rock, and Trump are unifiers. Oh, hit her with a Christianity, Middle East, and an English, England combo. Oh, that was hard. Now that cut deep. That cut deep. Like a facelift. Like that, it cut that deep. Megyn, if Trump liked it.
Gracias para vivir en la casa.
I'll be honest. That's I thought you were going somewhere that I couldn't post on YouTube. If Trump liked it, but that works. That works too. Football is ours, yelled on a British show about a Puerto Rican rapper. Globalization doing parkour. The face that launched 1,000 Hawk Tuah restaurant recipes. Are we still expecting greatness? Come on. I think psychologically, I don't think she ever took that bag off, if we're being honest. Certainly not for this week. The people who need their own halftime show are the same people who needed their own water fountains. 1,000%. But see, the degree of this crash out is so severe because it's counterproductive. You turn your ire on the people who help deliver you this authoritarian takeover. That's right. And you did nothing but make it worse.
And they're saying Latin America is America too. And if you disagree, you're a hater. I'm not a hater. I had Emma make me nachos and soft shell tacos when I watched the game.
He really said he had nachos and soft shell tacos. Nachos and soft shell tacos. Now, I know that I have been on Latinos for Trump's helmet up to this point. I really need a spokesperson to come help me with that one. Like I really need a spokesperson to come help me with. This is the energy of wasn't it that group of ICE that went and ate at the Mexican restaurant and then came back and raided it later? They was watching Jesse Waters. This is that energy right there.
He's right,
So if I got you straight, when it comes to service or something that you can appropriate, then it's totally fine. But respect is a bridge too far, is it not? It's one thing for me to hit on what were some of the very obvious on the nose themes of what we saw, but I have to lean on some of the creators in the community for a deeper cut. And shout out to my man Brandon Baez for this.
This in no way meant patriotism and love of America as a country. Actually, let's play a game. I'm gonna tell you all the real symbolic cultural moments as a Boricua, including what this one was about, and I want you to tell me in the comments how many you got right. Now let's begin where it all started. We see the Jíbaro, the traditional Puerto Rican countryman with the pava, the straw hat, saying,
Qué rico es el latino. Hoy se ve!
And interestingly enough, he starts by setting the precedent that all of this is going to be in Spanish because he says Benito Antonio Martínez Ocasio, his full government name, presents el espectáculo de medio tiempo del Supertazón, the spectacle of the halftime of the Super Bowl, all in Spanish. And if you look at the backdrop, you will see the sugarcane plantations, which in Puerto Rico were the backbone of the island's colonial economy, heavily dependent on enslaved African labor, particularly during the 19th century sugar boom. In the very next frames, we see Bad Bunny turned around before he reveals himself, and he's wearing a 64 on his football jersey. 64 was the number the Trump administration gave out as the number of people who died after Hurricane Maria, but the actual death toll by that time was actually 1,052. Then we see Bad Bunny walk around the sugarcane plantation, showing us very historical and cultural markers of Puerto Rican culture, like for example, the coconut stand, which historically, coconuts provided subsistence for Puerto Rican workers and were considered a vital tree of life for supplying water, food, and oil. The abundance of coconut palms allowed them to become a staple for local businesses. Roadside coconut vendors became a staple of Puerto Rican culture, particularly in coastal areas offering fresh, chilled coconuts with the tops cut off. Then he walks by the table symbol of father, uncles, and grandfathers playing dominoes, which in Puerto Rico, dominoes, or el dominó, is more than just a game. It is a cherished cultural staple, social ritual, and symbol of community that bridges generations together through strategy and storytelling. He then walks by badass Puerto Rican women doing construction, which represents badass Puerto Rican women who shouldn't be underestimated because they also do manual labor, like construction, very subversive to the patriarchy. Then he walks by a piragua cart. Now, piraguas are more than just a shaved ice dessert in Puerto Rico. They're actually a cultural icon, a symbol of nostalgia and a staple of island life. Brought to places like New York City during the Great Migration in the 1940s, piraguas symbolized the adaptability and endurance of Puerto Rican culture in new environments. But then we see him walk by a taco cart, but not just any taco cart. This is an actual taco cart in California called the Villa's Taco Cart. The business owner, Victor, who started the business out of his grandmother's home kitchen 8 years ago, now has 3 locations around California. And this shows Bad Bunny has a commitment to supporting local small businesses over big corporations. After he visits the taco cart, we do see him ducking under boxers as he continues singing. Often considered one of the best boxing nations pound for pound, Puerto Rico has produced over a dozen Hall of Fame inductees. And in 2004, it became the first territory to have champions in all 17 traditional weight divisions. Boxing is deeply ingrained in society, and it serves as a pathway for and reflection of the island's warrior spirit. Then we see the famous casita that we were introduced to at the residency in Puerto Rico. It serves as a cultural anchor representing home, community, and the Marquesina party culture. The Marquesina is an open-air garage where people meet, greet, and talk for hours all day. And yes, Black Afro Puerto Rican representation was brought to the forefront at the casita because Black Puerto Ricans very much exist, take up space, and are family, no matter how much white supremacy doesn't like the idea. And the same goes for queer and gay representation. We exist, live, laugh, and our gay joy is also resistance and revolutionary. But then to the melody of Monaco, he tells us that he made it to Super Bowl 60 because he believed in himself. And then he reminds you, believe in yourself, because you will be able to achieve everything you want in life if you do so. From there, we go to the actual wedding that was real and officiated at the Super Bowl, which is iconic in and within itself, but is really about family and community and love.
Oh, I got one. I got, because you said love, so that I have a contribution.
I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or find my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now.
Oh, that's not what you're looking for? Okay. I'll let you finish. My bad.
And then we reveal that Lady Gaga's in the motherfucking building. And not only in the building, but killed it. But this was also a culturally significant moment. Gaga is wearing a light blue dress, which is the correct kind of blue that goes onto the original Puerto Rican flag that people in Puerto Rico were killed and imprisoned for flying after the US passed La Ley de Mordaza, or the Gag Law of 1948. That light blue represents sovereignty and resistance. The current dark blue flag is supposed to resemble the blue on the American flag in support of furthering the aims of colonization supporting statehood. Gaga also accentuated her gown with a custom Flor de Maga corsage, official flower of Puerto Rico. After that, Bad Bunny falls back off of the building as a trust fall to signify the bond of trust built on community and familial support that is so integral in Puerto Rican culture as opposed to the American culture, which is toxically about rugged individualism. He's falling onto his people because he knows they will catch him, because we're all we have and we are each other's safety net. And yes, that Puerto Rican community is built in and around the bodegas, the mini marts, the mom and pop restaurants, and the Puerto Rican barbershops and salons. At one point, he even gets a shot of coconut rum from a woman named Toñita, who he also has in his music. This is the actual Toñita, who is the owner of Brooklyn's Caribbean Social Club, one of the last surviving Puerto Rican social clubs in the city, and she is an iconic figure in New York, and there is a celebration in her honor every June 22nd. After that, Bad Bunny goes and gives his little boy self-representation, his grown-up self Album of the Year Grammy, and tells himself to always believe in himself, showing little Puerto Rican boys and Latino boys all around the diaspora that they should believe in themselves because they will go to extreme heights. Then he has a jibaro playing the cuatro, introducing Ricky Martin singing Lo que le pasó a Hawaii from his DTMF album. This instrument, the cuatro, originated in 16th century with the jibaros, and it is primarily used in música jíbara, evoking traditional country life. It is a symbol of Puerto Rican soul, resilience, and identity, often used in folk music and increasingly in modern genres. And then you tie the history of that instrument to Ricky Martin singing Lo Que Pasó a Hawaii, which is Bad Bunny's song, warning that he doesn't want the US to do to Puerto Rico what they did to Hawaii. The song serves as a political anthem and warning to Puerto Rico, comparing the two islands' shared experiences of colonization, displacement, rampant gentrification, and over-tourism. And he's singing in the scene of Bad Bunny's album cover, which already represents the story of how Puerto Ricans get in community with each other, sitting outside in the famous plastic white chairs, except on the album cover, they're empty. Just like this chair is, because of gentrification and that displacement. And it's actually poetic that Ricky Martin is then interrupted his singing by exploding light posts behind him, with jibaros trying to fix them. Given the fact that Puerto Rico has a continually failing electric grid because the corrupt pro-statehood politicians do nothing about it. And it's interesting that you see the jibaros, the country folk, the common men and women are the ones trying to fix the problems themselves, with no help or support from a governmental system. But Bad Bunny doesn't just stay on the ground singing to the camera his song El Apagón, which is really about the consistent blackouts that plague Puerto Rico. Because him on the ground having the Puerto Rican flag and singing directly to the camera demonstrates his world-facing advocacy and him using his platform to bring attention to the issue. But there's a point where he puts the flag down and climbs to the top of the light post himself to demonstrate his commitment to our people. He's saying, I will be in the trenches fixing this and in any one of our problems because we do this together. Community is central to this theme. But then we get to where we started. Bad Bunny looks at the football and he said, God bless America.
God bless America.
And people who know English specifically heard that and said, yes, he's being nationalistic and patriotic because he is American. Yes, stick it to the man. You're Puerto Rican. You're a citizen. But then they didn't hear the part right after that. Because right after he said, God bless America, he said a Spanish word, sea.
God bless America. Sea Chile, Argentina.
Sea is a Spanish word that means be it. So when he said, God bless America, sea, and then lists all the countries located in the continents of the Americas, plural, what he's saying is that when we talk about America, we have to decenter the United States. He begins by listing countries geographically under the equator to the top, from the continent of South America, stops at Mexico, shifts to the Caribbean, then all the way to the top of North America with US and then Canada, framing the Americas in a way that has never been done before in a very subversive and revolutionary way, and then ends by centering Puerto Rico. So what he's saying is that together we are America, including all of the countries historically marginalized and neglected. It was a fuck you to the United States.
That was phenomenally done. Shout out to Brandon Baez for that. And all we got from MAGAs was a takeover. And tacos. By the way, we got a takeover and tacos. But one thing I do want to mention about what Bad Bunny did that was so brilliant, because Trump and MAGA had already registered their opposition to him performing. And we know he doesn't have the nuance, the nimbleness, or the wherewithal to shift with changing winds, which meant you knew he was going to object to whatever Bad Bunny had to say. So you had the choice to place his ire and objection on whatever you wanted. And he chose love. He made it so that Trump stood opposed to love while they try and argue the opposite. You can say what you want about Bad Bunny, MAGA, but he played your mans. You know, the strong man who you needed to stand up to world leaders? Mm-hmm. How y'all look? And that's not even close to as bad as Trump looks. No, that wasn't. That just, you seen him. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, but more importantly, thank you so much for your support of this channel. Hey, I didn't tell y'all to go over there. From Wanda, hi, just wanted to share this pic of Mr. Warren showing off your Kamala was right shirt on Don Lemon. Okay, I see you, Warren. I see you. Don don't look happy though. I didn't tell him go over there, Don. I didn't. No, we good. Hey, Don just came home. I don't want them problems. I don't. We good. I love. You look good though, Warren. I like that Kamala was right. You look. I like t-shirt. It fits nice and slimmy and everything. And by the way, I'll be offering discount codes every week during my Tuesday lives. So make sure you tune in live each and every Tuesday, every week in the month of February, and get the discount code for that day. Yeah. Oh, I haven't forgot about my members. I got a little special something for y'all too. Don't worry. No, it's not the new camera. I'm keeping that. But I did get a new camera though. Did y'all happen to notice? Yeah, that's right. You can see every nook and cranny on my face. So if this one day becomes a faceless channel, then you know why.
You look at it!
But sending some love out to Yorel and sending him a very happy birthday. Shout out to you, Yorel. And also some love out to Jasmine and Linda, aka Mom. Peace and light. I recently bought the Who Raised Y'all t-shirt for my mom, and honestly, it fits her spirit perfectly. I wanted to thank you because during her radiation and chemo treatments, your videos were non-negotiable. She never missed one. I'd sit with her, pull up your latest video, and we'd laugh, cry, get passionate about the world, and have a little discussion about humanity, even on the hard days. Your content is serious, real, and always good for a smile. You helped carry her through some heavy moments without even knowing it. Today, she's cancer-free, and we still watch your channel and talk about Brother Reese like you're part of the family. So from our whole crew, thank you for the laughs, the truth, and the light you bring. You really do help raise our spirits and challenge our mindset for the better. Jasmine, I want to thank you so much for that message, and congratulations to Linda on her survival and also on that beautiful smile. That meant so much to me to read. And if I was able to distract her from even a moment from what she was going through, that makes all of this worthwhile. And I'm so glad you communicated that, because those are the messages I need to hear and I need to remember when I'm battling and going through something, how much this platform allows us all to connect to one another and lean on one another's strength. So thank you so much for sharing that. And once again, congratulations to Linda. And on that note, I would like to send some love and some light over to a supporter that has brought me great joy over the course of the last couple months, and that is Pofolk. And I want to send a thank you to Michelle, who pointed me to what he was going through, because he is somebody that has a lot of people behind him in the same way that Linda did. I'll let him take us out.
Hey, y'all. Come look at this. I have cancer. I've been trying to keep it quiet, and people been asking why I wear the bonnet. But I've been diagnosed, and I'm in the hospital. I still been continuing to trying to make my videos, but I feel myself getting tired. So I don't think I'll be making as much videos as I used to. But I struggle with even making a post about this. But I had to, because I get so many comments and messages about how I make people feel good. And when they're struggling in their time of need, or they're in the hospital, or their family member is sick or going through somehow, bringing them laughter and joy. And I want to tell all y'all bring me laughter and joy. I don't read the comments on the toilet no more. I read them in my hospital bed. And I just want to say thank you guys. I might not be doing facial videos that much anymore, because, you know, I'm losing my hair and stuff. But we're going to fight this. We're going to win this fight, and we're going to come back. But I just wanted y'all to know y'all can ride this journey with me and give me all the encouragement you can. I really appreciate that. I be sitting here laughing at your comments and stuff, and it really helped me get through what I'm going through. Like no cap, no cut. I'm hooked to this thing right now. So I just want y'all to know, and I want to tell y'all, like, thank y'all for all the support that y'all give me on all these platforms. Thank y'all for making me feel so great. Thank y'all for making me feel like I was up next and everything. And I hope I brought joy and laughter to you and even to the haters. I done got messages from right-wingers and MAGA. They say we're not on the same political scale, but I make them laugh and I bring them joy. So thank you guys. I hope you guys can be patient with me. And I'm still be on this rocking, but it's just gonna be a little bit different. But thank you guys. I'm in Charlotte at the Levine Cancer Center. You know what I'm saying? So love y'all. Hit me up. Continue to inbox me and all that stuff. And I cut my dreads out because my hair gonna grow back, and I'm putting them